These are my top 5 tips for dance studio Facebook ads in 2025. My name's Sally. I own a business called Dance Studio Marketing, and I help dance studios all over the world with paid ads, social media, and marketing strategies to get more leads, more students in their classes, and to grow their business. And today I want to talk to you about my top 5 tips for Facebook ads in 2025. Now, the first one is a mythbuster. Number 1 is Facebook ads don't get you students. Facebook ads get you attention. What you do with that attention ultimately determines whether you get more students in your classes. So for most dance studios, you're running what's called a lead campaign, where you're getting people's information. And that might be for a free trial or a conversion event. So that's like free trials in bulk in some sort of event or open day. Or you might be doing something like a VIP waitlist. But ultimately, you're getting their information and giving them something for free. It's the next steps after that that determines whether you can turn those leads into paying customers. And this brings me to number 2. Number 2 is conversion. And this is all about what happens after someone clicks on your ad. There's kind of 3 levels to this. So the first one is your ad positioned so that people want to take action? That usually involves some sort of persuasion technique like urgency or scarcity or some sort of FOMO built into your ad copy that makes people want to take action on your ad. The second level is, once they click on your ad, is it easy for them to give you their information? So the best way to deal with this is to have a form on Facebook so they don't even need to leave the platform to give their details. However, if you do want to take them off the platform, it needs to be somewhere that's mobile optimized, that has the minimum number of questions for them to complete to create a quality lead for you, and somewhere where your metapixel or dataset is installed so that you're tracking the events. And number 3 is the kicker. Number 3 is the follow-up. So in your follow-up, once you've got a lead, you then want to do something that inspires them again to take quick action. So just giving them more information or telling them about your classes isn't enough. Something like a limited time offer or a limited amount of a special bonus. This is what we call urgency and scarcity. And it's the types of things, again, that will inspire fast action and turn your leads into customers quicker. Now, something to take note of here. The first 24 hours after you get a lead is the most important time for conversion. And in fact, the first 3 hours after you get a lead is the hot time. So if you can follow up with leads within 3 hours of getting that lead, you're going to see a much bigger result than if you wait. Okay, let's talk about the types of ads that you're running. So often I see dance studios wanting to make their ads really broad. We have all these classes for all the age groups, in all the styles, on all the days. The problem with that is it doesn't actually speak to anyone. And so conversion on those types of ads is not very good. You really want to be specific. One age group, one style, one program. And the more specific you are, the more you're likely to speak to your ideal client and again, improve your conversion rates. There is a second level to this though. And when you're writing your ads and creating your promotions, there's 2 really important things that'll change it from just throwing money behind a post or a really good, optimized, well-planned ad campaign. One is, how are you presenting this thing you're promoting as a new opportunity? So if you've done your research, you can see what other studios in your area are advertising and promoting. And they might be promoting free trials, paid trials to their preschool classes, because let's face it, most dance studio owners are doing that. You then have to figure out, what have you got that you need to promote that is actually a new opportunity or could be positioned as a new opportunity? And when I say that, think about, do you have a unique teaching method? Do you have small class sizes? Do you have certain results you can lean on? Do you have a specific type of program that no one else in your area has? Really think about how you can present what you're promoting as something different, special, and unique. And that's how you can stand out from what your competitors are advertising. Now, the other part of this is selling is really solving a problem. So when you're positioning your ad copy, which is the words in your ad, I want you to really think about how you're tapping into the challenges, the frustrations, the irritations, the thoughts of your target audience. So let's use preschool again as an example. If you think about preschool parents, what are the challenges that they're facing as a parent of a preschooler? So it might be separation anxiety, it might be too much screen time, it might be that they're not getting active enough, it might be that they don't have friends and connections and that actually all they want is to build a social network. So really do your research and tap into the problems of your target audience and then position what you're promoting as the solution. Now, because we're talking about the makeup of your ads, this is crucial. Your ad artwork is now king. in getting a successful ad campaign. This is especially important since the rollout this year of automatic AI targeting within your Ads Manager account. So previously, we used to be able to select between a manual campaign and an Advantage Plus campaign. But in 2025, Meta's rolled out automatic AI in the setup of your Ads Manager account. What that means is the typical types of targeting we used to do on parenting and childcare and parents of certain age groups doesn't get used anymore. In fact, Meta uses it as a suggestion only and sometimes doesn't use it at all. So how we approach this now is really your artwork and your copy is how you target your ideal customer. And that's why the images is so important. The other reason is creative volume. And when I say creative volume, I mean the amount of different types of ad images or video that you include in your ad campaign. That really matters. So I'm going to say this with the most amount of love I can conjure up, but you are not your customer. So things that appeal to you in terms of visuals, photos, videos, they may not be what your customers respond to. So it's really important that you're testing a variety of different artwork in your ad campaigns to make sure that you have the options out there for your audience to respond to. So how do we figure out how much to put in? Well, kind of rule of thumb is for every $2 in your daily budget, have a different piece of artwork or a different ad in your campaign. So for example, if I'm running an ad campaign at $10 a day, I want about 5 different types of ads in there. And it might be a video, an animation, a photo, a cartoon, and a more professional concert image. And I want them all to be really different. So there's no point having the same template with a different photo. You want every ad creative to be really different to make sure that you're getting the most out of your ad campaign. And now we're at number 5. And number 5 is all about making sure the foundations are in place. So let's talk about 4 of the most important foundational pieces to making sure that your meta ads are working for you. The first one is your meta pixel or your meta dataset, which is also known as. So you want to make sure that your pixel or dataset is installed not just on your website, but anywhere online. This is the reason why I don't like Google Forms, because you can't install your Metapixel on a Google form, but pretty much everywhere else you can. So whether you're using your website to send people to, Jotform, MailerLite, no matter where you're sending people, you can install the Metapixel. And the reason it's important is it's tracking data and what we call events. Now, the reason why that's important is when you run your ad campaigns, you can optimize for those events. And if Meta already has the data on who those people look like based on previous events, it's more likely to optimize your campaign for success. Now, installing the Metapixel is not just about putting that code in those places. It's also about optimizing your events manager in Meta. And while we're on Meta, making sure all of your Meta assets are set up properly is super important. So your Meta Business Portfolio, which also used to be called the Meta Business Manager, your Meta Business Suite, your Audience Manager, your Events Manager, and your Ads Manager all need to be set up properly. That's all on the back end of Meta, but also on the front end of Meta, making sure that your Facebook page is optimized, your Instagram profile is optimized, making sure they're both connected, and that you have a really good organic content strategy. These things all make a difference to the success of your ad campaigns. And then I come to one of the most important things in 2025, which is making sure that all of your social media and all of your online platforms are optimized for search. So this is important not only just for traditional search engines like Google, but in the world of new AI search platforms, this is crucial. Making sure that you show up when people search for dance classes in your area, whether it's Google, ChatGPT, Claude, or anywhere else, you want to make sure that your business shows up first. And this is also going to impact the success of your ad campaigns. So let's recap. My top 5 tips for Facebook ads for your dance studio in 2025. Number 1, Facebook ads don't get you students, they get you attention. What happens after the ad is what determines whether you get new students. Number 2, make sure that your ad campaign is set up for conversion success. That includes what's in your ad, what happens after they click on your ad, and what happens after they leave you their information. Number 3, be specific. One age group, one style, one program. Number 4, the artwork is the most important part of your ad campaign. Use it to do the heavy lifting of your targeting. And number 5, make sure all the foundations are in place before you start putting money behind paid ads on Facebook.